Good morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Markets are higher. Hightower has always said that there are times when a higher tide lifts all boats. And so whether it's optimism that China may relax some of its COVID policies or the dryness in Argentina, or that maybe Chairman Powell's comments today may be more dovish than hawkish, most of the markets are higher. Commodities, crude oil, the dollar's lower, stocks are higher. Soybean market around the 1472 area in the Jan. We also note that from the October 6th low of 1362, we have moved higher, maybe on concern about Argentina weather. For the corn market, we're at 672. We had a October high of 704. A November low of 653, and now we're back up to the 672 area, mostly on the lack of farmer selling. Our export demand continues to be slow, and we'll be getting some ethanol production and stocks data today. Wheat market moved from the high of 950 back in early October, back to 788. KC 1032 to 893, and Minneapolis 1029 to 936. And most of this has to do with just the weaker Russian export prices and the drop in global trade and the drop in U.S. exports. The USDA did estimate that the U.S. winter wheat crop ratings is 34% good to excellent versus 32 last week. Kansas 21, Oklahoma 31, Texas 21, Nebraska 20, Arkansas 64, and Washington white wheat 64. We are noting that most of the Dalian futures, soybean meal, palm oil, soybean oil are higher. The vegetable oil higher markets are probably mostly due to the rebound in crude oil. We also note that there were no meal deliveries. There were no Kansas City wheat deliveries. There were 500 soybean oil deliveries, 308 corn deliveries, and 1236 Chicago wheat deliveries. Again, we're looking at China import demand. Some feel their coverage for December is at 95%. Others think that January is at 40%. So the window for U.S. bean new sales to China might be closing. The January beans is the highest in 10 weeks. Argentina peso deal has yet to bring in Argentina farmers selling. The Brazil roadblocks were lifted. There has been some weather issues, but the Paranaguá port is open. Mexico is looking for some kind of negotiations on U.S. GMO corn imports, and Congress is trying to pass some kind of legislation to avoid this railroad strike. Weather in the U.S. continues to be mostly dry across the southern plains and also across the Mississippi River. Cold temperatures have settled into the U.S., and we're down the road. When we look at maybe the first part or maybe mid-December, temperatures could even be colder.